So, Tamao-san is your grandmother? Is she in good health?
Grandma? She's fit as a fiddle. She's visiting relatives back in Shimane. That's why she isn't here.
Shimane? She must be with her mother's side of the family in Iwami.
As I say that out loud, that's...
Do you know my grandma?
Yes.
You do, huh? So then? How long do you need a place to stay?
Not long. Just until I can make my way back home.
Well, alright. If that's the case, it shouldn't be a problem. Just try not to cause any trouble. Feel free to use the guest room on the first floor.
Thank you. There's a projection device where the radio used to be. It's been lightly remodeled, but it's the same house. I could have sworn it burned to the ground.
Yeah, it makes no sense. It should have burned to the ground, though. We saw it destroyed.
The damage on this pillar is missing. And it wasn't changed when they remodeled. If this really is the Kurabe's house, then it should be right here. Chihiro left a dent in this pillar.
Okay, so now I'm starting to think there's an alternate reality.
Back on my parents' property, there was a wooden single-story house. It was built in the middle of the 20th century. That humble little place stood for about 100 years. My grandfather often told me stories about it. Some of his fondest childhood memories were at that house.
That sounds lovely. I'll have it produced for you.
You will? But all I have left are old photographs.
That's fine. I can restore them for you.
Thank you, Mira-san. I'm looking forward to it.
So she remade it based on the photograph, and the photograph didn't have the dent.
Were you just on a call with someone else?
With Professor Kurabe, yes. We were discussing the layout of the residential zone.
Oh, that's right. Professor Kurabe was born in the 21st century. She's 120 years old, right? I know that she's receiving nanomachine treatment, but she still looks so young.
She's Professor Morimura's mentor, I hear. Quite an intelligent individual.
Well, yeah. She is the foremost expert on AI, after all.
Right. Anyway, is something wrong?
Why does something have to be wrong for me to call? Well, I just so happen to have a really urgent problem.
She's the
I need an
nurse
emotional support stat, and I need it from
mentor.
Oh, that does sound urgent. Then I'll be waiting.
Destruction first area, Ashitaba City Wave 5. We cleared it. So we can unlock it.
Yes.
Should probably check out the mystery files, as we have a whole lot of like upgrades, I think. Updates. Riverbed. Kaide River's riverbed, where you can get a good view of Kasumi-cho. Not many people come here because of the substantial elevation difference from the metropolitan area. The city is a sea of flame due to the Kaiju attacks. The 1940s is a turbulent era of World War II, a major war which involved numerous powerful nations and marked a turning point for technology and ideology. It's also a period when Japan transitioned from militarism to pacifism.
No matter where I am, at least the sunset is always the same. I met Natsuno-san over at the shrine. She ended up dodging my question. What was she doing there? She attends the same school as Jiro-kun. At least that's what he told me. Despite a catastrophic... Before the...
Yeah.
Why? Our mother... I checked...
Yeah, okay, so these are all the same.
The kid that lived next door to us was killed in an air raid. Children in this era don't have to worry about that.
Nope. That doesn't last though, by the way.
Nothing's changed today either. I need to figure out how to take back the Sentinel. Then I can find a way to return to 1945. Though, I can't seem to reactivate it. I've tried countless times, too. I hope I didn't break it. If there's a mechanical issue, I'd love to take a look at it. But security around the building's been tight lately. Now I can't get too close. I can't just sit here. Actually, that factory at the mountain pass may have survived the air raid. It might still be standing in this era.
The factory where the Sentinel was originally. I forget which number of Sentinel he's got. Yeah, so we did all of that, and now we're here. There's supposed to be a keyword here. There's still so many. Damn.
Natsuno-san, I saw when the war supposedly ends in that history book. August of 1945. If that's true, then Japan loses the war in just 3 months.
Yeah, but I mean...
Ayame Park. This is where the factory used to be.
Say it's a park now. What?
Chihiro? Is it really you?
What business do you have with my little sister?
Who are you?
Your little sister?
I'm that child's older brother. Is there something you need from her?
No. She just looks like a relative of mine.
Let's get going.
What? What?
Chihiro. If she's still alive, she'd be over 40 by now.
Yeah.
If she's... We don't have a family burial plot where I'd find her. I have no idea what's happened to her.
I mean, look it up.
She's either alive somewhere in this world, or... Chihiro, I'm going to find my way back to you.
Find her like in this year.
In any case, I should go talk to Natsuno-san. She must know something.
True. Definitely she knows something.
If she's... We don't have a family burial plot where I'd find her. I have no idea what's happened to her. She's either alive somewhere in this world, or... Sakura High School. It looks nothing like the school I attended.
I'm gonna bump into the other girl. Oh, the cat! I forgot about the cat. I forgot the cat was the thing. Yeah, we still don't know what the cat's all about.
It's still here. It's been renovated. But I do recognize this building. If this is the school building, then over there's where the potato field used to be. Looks like that plot of land got bigger. I wonder if there's a way in.
I don't know.
There's no one here. Do they not use this building?
Wooden school building.
This building was brand new. Now the floorboards creak. The pillars are all scratched up. And really has been 40 years.
But yeah.
This is where I waited for Takatoshi-san. And where Tamao-san came to see me off. How strange. It almost feels like it was all just a distant dream. Alright, enough. This isn't the time to be getting sentimental.
Oh.
Oh, Miura-kun.
Megumi-san, thank you again
Oh, the
for
cat
the
just
bento
left.
you gave me. I found a nice spot to eat it by the Kaide River. A bento with meatballs. Quite luxurious. I was very impressed.
Oh, they were just regular old meatballs. Nothing special, but I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, there's no rationing of the food here.
What are you doing out here? Are you looking for someone? Are you
I'm trying to find Natsuno-san. Would you happen to know where she is?
Minami-san? She should be in the track room. The athletic building's over that way. Want me to go check?
No, that's okay.
Oh yeah. So for dinner tonight, I think I'll make Hamburg steak. You seem to really like it.
You mean that giant ball of meat?
Hamburger meat, yeah. It's Jiro's favorite. So try not to come home too late.
Hamburger?
Those meatballs they call hamburger. I've never had anything so delicious. Enough. This is no time to be distracted by food.
Yeah, you know, the famous hamburger. True.
Natsuno-san's over there. Everyone's staring at me.
Yeah, of course, you're a dude
I'm
here
glad I found Natsuno-san,
with a different school uniform.
but I don't like all this attention.
Oh, you
Hey,
found Natsuno-san?
You've been standing there an awfully long time. What are you doing?
I'm waiting for Natsuno Minami.
Minami? How do you know her?
And how old are you?
Looks like a middle school uniform to me.
No, I'm,
Seriously? You guys have to be so nosy?
Natsuno-san.
Come on, let's go.
She's changed. She removed her athletics outfit.
Sorry I took a while getting changed.
Hey, Dragoon, what's up,
Fine.
man?
I
Happy
said I'd wait.
Sunday. Happy Sunday.
So, whenever you exercise, you all change into outfits that show your legs? That's fascinating.
Anyway, you kinda showed up at school out of nowhere. Everything okay?
Oh yeah, time travel, bro. Explain yourself.
Natsuno-san, I met you before, back in 1945. And now, here you are.
Huh?
You must know something about all this. About how I ended up in this era. Please, tell me what you know.
That's, Jeez, how do I put this? Look, I can't really talk about it here.
Okay, where then?
We could go to the building I used back in my time. It seemed to be empty.
The old school building. We can go in there?
Yeah?
Yes, it was open.
All right. Then we'll talk about it there. Let's go.
What have you been up to, Dragoon? What have you been playing lately? Anything good?
I always thought this place would be locked up. We should be good here. Miura-kun, can you keep a secret?
Of course.
Okay. Then I'll tell you. Don't freak out, okay? This is BJ. He's an alien from the future.
That's before she realized it's actually Miura.
BJ's looking for the robot he used to get here. And I'm helping him find it.
A robot?
Does the word Sentinel ring a bell? That Sentinel from back in 1945 belongs to BJ's alien friend. There are a few of them, too.
How does she know about the Sentinel? And did she say it was made by aliens? It's a top-secret military weapon created by Japan.
I don't need to tell you this, but those babies are capable of time travel.
I don't care who's responsible for creating the Sentinel. I need it to save my country.
Nice!
But what do I do?
Are you liking it?
The circuit should have repaired itself by now. But I can't seem to reactivate it.
I've actually ordered it on PS5 because there was a sale on Amazon.ca, and it was like super cheap. It's like $20. It's crazy cheap. The physical edition, obviously. So like I'm getting it shipped here sometimes in June. Like for some reason the shipping is super. I don't know why, but like it's super long. Like I could order it like yesterday and I still would get it in June. Which is fine by me because like I you know, we have other games to play and stuff, but it's cool that I'll be able to have it so then we can just play it whenever we want. And I heard good things about it.
This BJ. I have some questions about it. I've heard Shikishima engineers talk about something like this.
Is it voice acted like
Actually a type
completely
of
or
scout unit?
Shikishima? They don't dabble in alien technology. All they do is make weapons, and BJ is no weapon.
But
Keitaro. Miura.
If he's just a scout unit, explain how he can talk. Don't be a jerk, Miura-kun. BJ isn't some kind of robot. This is just a spacesuit. Aliens come in all shapes and sizes. My guess is, the only thing inside that suit is BJ's brain.
I mean that's true. But he's also right.
why are you searching for the Sentinel? What's your objective?
Have you ever played this, Dragoon?
Uncover the truth.
The truth?
You wish to know where you came from. Do you not?
What are you talking about? I came from 1945.
Incorrect. Your log proves otherwise.
My log?
Yeah, show us.
This log. If you really have it, I'd like to see it.
Professor, I have switched over to a private channel. Professor Takamiya, can you hear me?
Is that...
Miura-kun?
Professor Takamiya.
I'm connected now. Thanks, Miura-kun.
What the heck?
Takamiya.
Yuki-chan?
Everything goes smoothly with the shuttle?
I was able to secure a seat thanks to you. It'll probably be the last shuttle. This place will be lost by tomorrow, too.
Has the front line advanced that much already?
Afraid so. If anything, they're picking up speed. Did Natsuno get out safely?
She arrived in Sector 4 about 5 hours ago.
Ah, so she's there with you. You know, you two. I never approved of your relationship.
What?
Mom!
Mom! Wait! What?
There's my girl. You know I'm only kidding. I didn't think you wanted to talk to me anymore.
Of course I do.
I'm sorry about all the trouble with your father. He and I haven't been on good terms since we split up.
Who's the father?
It's okay, Mom. I want to be with you.
I know.
Is it Maguchi or is it Nenji?
Yuki-chan's my mom?
I'm sorry, Professor Takamiya. The shuttle's about to take off.
All right. I'll see you at Sector 3 in 14 hours.
We'll be waiting for you at Landing Zone 10.
Looking forward to it.
The destruction is spreading. It's only a matter of time until the surface is lost.
What the heck was all that?
That was just a segment of the log I've retained.
I have to know. When was that log recorded?
In the year 2188.
That doesn't make sense. How's this even possible? Yuki-chan's my mom in the future?
I'm so confused. Oh my god, I'm so confused. Wait, what? Natsuno Minami, the 2188 Natsuno Minami is Professor Yuki Takamiya's daughter as well as Keitaro Miura's girlfriend. The 2188 Minami explains to Shikishima's top figure, Nenji Ogata, the meaning of Professor Takamiya's research. She goes over details such as the fact that the top prospect out of the 117 planets being considered is a planetary system 12 light years ahead. The ship will only carry their DNA, and they are planning for a population of 6 million people. But Okada calls it an impractical, self-satisfying endeavor and rejects the plan. Keitaro Miura is a boy who shifted from 1945 to 1985. He's considerate, very earnest, and takes good care of his little sister. He hides his forehead scar with a hat. Takatoshi Ijiyama and Tamao Kurabe are both his childhood friends. No one loves his country more than he does. After shifting to 1985, Miura ends up staying at the Kurabe residence thanks to Natsuno Minami's referral. That same day, Megumi Yakushiji, who happens to be staying there, cooks up some meat he knows only as hamburger, which had him in awe from his first delicious bite. Keitaro Miura, the same guy, 2188. In the 2188 world, Keitaro Miura is an engineer and Natsuno Minami's boyfriend. He's also an acquaintance of Professor Yuki Takamiya, Minami's mother. As a history buff, he's particularly fascinated by the Pacific War that occurred 200 years ago. See, here's what I'm starting to think. I'm starting to think that, like, basically, it's like there was Earth and all the story that happened on Earth up to the year 2188, at which point like people left Earth because they were losing the war against the machines, and then they left in a giant arc, found a planet, and recreated Japan, and only had the DNA of people. So they were basically clones of themselves, and like I feel like he, like Hitaro Miura, probably like put himself, because he was a huge fan of the Pacific War, recreated him, like basically like he put his new self in a like World War II scenario because that's what he liked about it. Now the thing that I don't understand is like is it really years, or are these like are these eras like sectors, right? Like sector 1 is like 1945, sector 2 is another year, and they're like different areas on the planet, and basically like you know, like you don't actually teleport through time, you teleport from one sector to the other. That's why like the dent was not like on the pillar in the two houses in the different time periods. They just basically put people where they wanted to be in those different periods, in those different locations. But if that's the case, it's kind of weird. I don't know. It's hard to explain, man. I'm curious. Maybe like I'm kind of flirting with some aspects of the truth, but like it's so confusing right now. But in a good way. Professor Yuki Takamiya in the 2188 world is Natsuno Minami's mother. She uses her maiden name Takamiya, and as she's already divorced her husband, she feels bad that her daughter Minami had to go through the divorce. And BJ, a small and mysterious robot 60 centimeter tall, Natsuno Minami finds. He requests Minami's cooperation in finding the memory cell. One of the robotic drones manufactured by Shikishima Industries, they were manufactured for surveying undeveloped lands and repairing machinery. The old school building. We've read all of that, but this is new. It was originally 2 stories, but they added a west building in 1985 that's 3 stories high. Park. Ayame Park is located at the top of a small hill. It used to be called Ayame Pass back when the munition factory was still there. Man, this is crazy. Crazy stuff. Oh my god.
No matter where I am, at least the sunset is always the same. That scout unit is an alien from the future. At least that's what Natsuno-san says. The footage he showed us is allegedly from the future. If it's real, then how am I still alive 200 years from now? All I know for certain is that it's no ordinary scout unit.
Not only am I alive, but I'm younger than Yuki, and like Yuki doesn't know me somehow, and she doesn't, like, that makes no sense. So my theory needs to be correct, or not exactly correct, but like somewhat correct. Where like it's either like a different, like either like the 2188 is actually in the past because we're not on Earth, we're like on a different planet, or it's like it's a like a multiverse thing. I don't know.
She's from 1985. She seems to know about the existence of other Sentinels. Is that how she's able to travel through time?
I don't know, man.
Maybe there's another way. In any case, she appears to be a central figure in all this. Could she still be at school? Natsuno-san. Get it together, Keitaro. She certainly is quite...
Yeah, he really loves her. That's funny though, because that means that like, if it's really just like, if I'm really just a clone from the other guy that was like in 2188, it's funny that I still am attracted to the same girl.
Before the... I don't... Our mothers... I checked...
Okay, so there's no new dialogue in these.
Oh, Miura-kun.
She was talking to the cat.
Megumi-san.
You know where the track room is?
Yes.
Oh, right. Have you seen Juro around anywhere?
No.
I see. Maybe he went home already.
Like, we were so right about this yesterday, and I still feel super embarrassed that like I was so headstrong about the fact that I thought it was the same day. It's so much more obvious with this character when you play through the story that it's actually different days. Like, yes, it starts with the same dialogue, but like it's very clearly different days. With Yuki, whenever we were playing as her, it really felt like it was the same day repeating. In this case, though, really like it's super obvious.
For dinner tonight.
It's really confusing though.
What should I make?
Really wish they would have made it like a little less confusing. And burger? We had that last night though, didn't we?
We could have hamburger.
Again?
No, that's all right. I'm fine with anything.
Well, let's see. We've had nothing but meat these last few days. I think I want to make some fish for Juro. Okay, I better run to the store. I'll see you later.
Am I crazy? Like, I personally think that fish counts as some kind of meat in some way, you know? Because in my mind, like, whenever I think of like vegetarian food, I think of like vegetables, obviously. And when I think of like fish, I know it's not technically meat, like it's not like poultry or like, but like in my mind, I still think like, if I have a meal that has only vegetables, to me that's vegetarian. If I add fish to it, it no longer is vegetarian in my mind. It's like a regular meal with like a bunch of different things, including meat. I know it's not exactly that, but it kind of feels that way in my brain for some reason.